Nine Flames Sovereign Chapter 51, Open Source Flower. The trial of the people in the city family, the so-called battle for hegemony among more than 100 families, but in fact, it is only the few elites of the three families who can really get ahead. Is the three major families, and many geniuses can seize more than 10 tokens. Most of the geniuses of the family, being able to protect their tokens from being robbed, are already burning incense, and most of them are empty-handed or even killed. Following a certain trace, Han Feng soon met many people again. After a day of contention, more than half of the people have no tokens in their hands. Han Feng met more than a dozen people, only one of them had 3 tokens in his hand, and the others were empty. Han Feng couldn't help frowning. It's really bad luck today. If this continues, I may not be able to collect 100 yuan today. Even if tomorrow is the last day, the battle will be more intense. As long as one person is fighting, there will be several or even nearly 10 tokens, and it will not be guaranteed to be the first. It's going to be a little harder today. Shuttle between the mountains. Suddenly, Han Feng's eyes narrowed. In a secret location at the root of a giant tree, Han Feng found the mark. This mark, isn't Han Lin designed his own mark? I remember Han Lin showed off to me before. In this Yufeng mountain range, he is not afraid to leak his trace? Although this mark is very secret, it is estimated that no one but me will know. Wait, except me? Maybe. Han Feng stood up suddenly, his face stern, and began to look for marks around him. Not long after, Han Feng looked solemnly. Sure enough, these marks are telling me that Han Lin is in trouble and needs my help. In this Yufeng mountain range, except for level 3 and 4 monsters, only the Chang family can hurt Han Lin. We must hurry to find him. Following the mark, Han Feng quickly followed. On the way, Han Feng's face was cold, because on the way, Han Feng found several bloodstains. Subconsciously, Han Feng linked the bloodstain to Han Lin. If the blood is Han Lin's injury is serious now. You must find Han Lin quickly. Realizing that Han Lin was injured, Han Feng consciously collected herbs to stop bleeding and heal the wound on the road. About an hour later, Han Feng found Han Lin in a cave covered by grass. At this moment, Han Lin's abdomen was full of blood, his face was pale, and he fell into a coma. Han Feng did not dare to neglect, and immediately healed the herbs and covered Han Lin's wound. Sitting cross-legged next to Han Lin, Han Feng guarded Han Lin and waited for Han Lin to wake up. Han Feng wanted to know how Han Lin was injured and whether the murderer was really Chang Wenhua. This is more than 3 hours of effort. Han Lin woke up leisurely and saw someone next to him vaguely, but Han Lin did not sense the danger, and he sighed with relief. Is it Han Feng? The moment Han Lin woke up, Han Feng also ended his training, and immediately stepped forward to help Han Lin. Han Lin's head became sober now. He saw Han Feng clearly and smiled weakly. Great, you are finally here. Han Feng said solemnly. Han Lin, what is going on? Is it Chang Wenhua? I don't know. Han Lin shook his head. No. Immediately, Han Lin showed resentment. It is Hong Xingbao of the Hong family and other members of the Hong family. Among them are the first geniuses of the Li family and the Yu family under the Hong family. Han Feng couldn't help being surprised. Is it them? Han Feng puzzled. We have just reached an alliance with the Hong family. We are going to resist the Chang family together in this family trial. How? Han Lin smiled bitterly. The threat of the Chang family is too great, so our Han family and their Hong family will unite. I'm too careless to say it. It is not enough to be taught by Chang Wenjun once, and I always subconsciously ignore people's hearts. We are united well, but when faced with certain interests, greed always makes some people betray. Anyway, as long as I die, no one knows that Hong Xingbao and the others have done such a thing, then our Han family will still stupidly join the Hong family. Han Feng frowned. Benefits? Could it be that you found something amazing? Han Lin nodded. Yes, near the core of the Yufeng mountain range, Hong Xingbao and I discovered Kaiyuan flower. Open source flowers. Han Feng's eyes were round. Open source flower produces 9 petals at a time. Each petal can not only help open up the main vein, but also speed up the process of condensing internal energy into attribute qi. 9 petals are enough to make the existence that has just stepped into the late stage of the ordinary stage condense more than half of the attributes in a short time. Han Feng's eyes are shining, and the petals of the open source flower can save him a lot of time and effort in this stage of the later stage. Soon, Han Feng frowned again. Han Lin discovered the open source flower with Hong Xingbao. Han Lin was injured. Isn't it because Hong Xingbao got the open source flower? Mong Yufeng mountain range, if Hong Xingbao consciously hid, it would be really difficult to find it out. Han Lin saw what Han Feng was thinking, and smiled. Don't worry, Kaiyuanhua also has Guardians of Warcraft. Yu reading www.ukanshu.com is in a pool near Kaiyuanhua. If it hadn't been for the sudden attack on the Guardian monster, I might die there. Hong Xingbao is a warrior who has opened up the peak of the 6 main veins. Han Feng was surprised. The peak of the 6 main veins? I remember that Hong Xingbao's aptitude is not as good as yours. It is barely the 5th grade, and if it is weaker, it is the 6th grade. Han Lin said angrily. The Hong family obviously spent most of its resources on Hong Xingbao, otherwise, where would Hong Xingbao's internal strength cultivation exceed me? Except for Hong Xingbao, there are very few others in the Hong family who even get through the 3 main lines. If this is not the case, Hong Xingbao is entangled by the guardian beast. Where can I escape so easily, leaving a mark along the way? After speaking, Han Lin stood up with support. Although the monster is powerful, it is not in the category of the 4th level monster. It is close to the peak in the late 3rd level period. Hong Xingbao and the others have no way to protect the monster in a short time, but it takes a long time. But it's hard to say. I will take you there. Han Feng looked at Han Lin worriedly. Can you do it? With your current injury, I'm afraid that even the mid-phase of the main vein is not an opponent. Han Lin gritted his teeth. What's this, Hong Xingbao's dog thing? If he gets the open source flower, I really want to vomit blood. When Han Feng saw this, he couldn't say anything. He had to let Han Lin lead the way, and Han Feng, like Han Lin, was unwilling to let the open source flower fall into the hands of Hong Xingbao. Yufeng Mountain is close to the core, and a dozen people headed by Hong Xingbao looked at the Kaiyuan flower near Chitan with scorching eyes.